Hey guys, just doing a little update. What I'm doing is I'm adding these threaded inserts. Not T-nuts. You don't want to do T-nuts. I'll show you what a T-nut is. Trust me, you don't want to do these because I've tried them. That's a T-nut. Okay. These are threaded inserts. You can get different sizes. I use two different sizes. I use M6, that's metric, 6 millimeters. I use M6 for my amp rack, which I'm currently still building. And then I use 1024s, which these are, which is the American system, measurement system, 1024s. And then what you do is you buy 1024 mechanical screws, such as these. And a little tip is do not get Phillips. They strip too easily when you're, constantly, not constantly, but if you're like me, you pull your subwoofer maybe once a month, sometimes 4 times a month, but usually I average about once a month to do something to improve upon my system somehow, or upgrading it, or I guess that's the same thing. But so these are 1024, and then I went with 1.5 inches because I have a double baffle, 3/4 inch birch. Double baffle is 1.5 inches. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because all the other videos show you that you drill a hole about the same size as the screw, a little bit bigger, all the way through, and then you drill a bigger hole for the threaded insert. Now, on the package of the threaded inserts, FYI, so these are 1024 threaded inserts, length 13 millimeter, and they tell you need to use a 7 millimeter drill bit. So hopefully you have metric drill bits, because this isn't a metric threaded insert. And then on the threaded insert that's an M6, the drill bit is 9 millimeter. So on the American 1024, they still use metric 7 millimeter. So I just picked this up for, I believe, $8 off Amazon. Arrived today. Or it's the metric drill bits by Himnork, or however you want to pronounce that. It's 3 millimeter through 10 millimeter on Amazon. So back to what I was saying. I keep getting off topic, like Jacob Viral, who I like his channel, by the way. I'm not making fun of him. Alright, so the other channels, they'll tell you drill the hole all the way through for the screws, and then drill a hole for the threaded insert about a 1/2 inch down. And what I do is I mark it. You can mark it with tape. You could do a drill bit stopper, which they sell on Amazon. And I color it with black permanent marker, and once the black disappears, then I know I've gone far enough. Anyhow, and then you drill in, you screw in your threaded insert, very straight and carefully. Okay, they're hex heads. However, for anyone who doesn't know, you can use star bits, which I'm using, as you see. Star bits on hex heads, and I believe vice versa. I believe you can also use hex head bits on star bits, on star screws, star head screws. Okay, so anyways, that's how they tell you to do it. Well, let's think about that. So you have the threaded insert down just below the surface here, or maybe a little even further down. You install your subwoofer. You're tightening down on your subwoofer. You're tightening the screws, which is going to pull the threaded insert up. The threaded insert's going to want to be pulled up. So if you tighten hard enough, it's going to rip that threaded insert out the exact same way you had initially put it in. So the tip is, I drilled my hole all the way through for the screw, and then I went underneath and drilled about a 1/2 inch to 1 inch up for the threaded insert, and I inserted the threaded insert up that way. This way, hey. So back to what I was saying before I was rudely interrupted by my neighbor who thinks whenever she feels like talking, I have to listen. Fuck them. All right. So I inserted the threaded insert from the bottom. Okay? So this way, no matter how much I tighten on this screw, that threaded insert, it would be impossible. It cannot, well, nothing's impossible, but it will not come up because the hole for it to fit in was never drilled from the top. It was only drilled from the bottom, up only a 1/2 inch to 1 inch up. So it's only a tiny hole that remains for the top 1/2 inch to 1 inch, if that makes sense. All right, just a quick tip, guys. That's all. I was just, it's good to have mechanical screws for your subwoofer instead of constantly just using drywall screws, and getting the holes will get loose over time. So comments below if you have any questions. Thanks.